X says the quality is insane. What the hell? What's up, Lucy? Is working? No. What's going on, Phil? So, like, the map that you see at the bottom right corner is supposed to be... Hold on. Guys, don't type nothing else. Don't type nothing else. Let me move... I can't read any chat because I need to move the... the bar, like the map bar down there to the right. Just give me a second. I can't read any chat. It's like in the way. So I can't see. Hold on a second. You like my new exhaust? Alright, hold on. Let me move this out of the way. Let's move this over here, maybe. Okay, alright. Mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me? Sharon says testing. X says pushing 40, by the way. Yeah, that update thing is in the way. I can't figure out how to do that. How to get that thing out of the way. Can y'all see y'all's chat popping up on the screen also? Connor's Windshield. What's up, Connor's Windshield? I see you everywhere. Connor's Windshield. I see you everywhere in every chat. So y'all can't see the... Alright, so y'all can't see the chat popping up. It says phone is overheating. Excuse me? I'm everywhere, friend. Just press the X button. No, X. It doesn't work. It's not that I can interact with the WeatherWise overlay. So like you see the WeatherWise overlay and it shows app updates and it says last update 2 days ago. That little X that clicks out of that, I can't exit out of that through this like broadcast. It has to be done through the app. But when I go to the app, that app updates window is not there. So we figured out how to get an overlay with my location, but for some reason I can't get that app update window out of the way. I hope that makes sense. Guys, this is just a test stream. There's no weather going on. We're trying to get overlay on my stream so that way people can see my location. Like literally Evan used me the other day on his live broadcast, and the only problem was that Evan did not know where the hell I was at. He had to keep like asking chat to come ask me where I was at. And even still, I would just give a general area, like what town I was in. Doesn't give my exact location. I use Radar Omega and WeatherWise, but I can't seem to get an overlay with my chat or with my location map on the screen. So I figured out a way to do it on this new app thing right here, but for some reason, this is what y'all see. Y'all see app updates on the WeatherWise app. Radar Omega, you can't share your map real time to an app through like an HTTP. You have to do it through a screen capture. So this has been a challenge. Audio and video are clear. Might just have to re-add the map. I've already tried that multiple times. We can do that right now while I'm on stream. Hold on a second. So I can do this. And I can click cancel. Edit. See, now it's not up there anymore, is it? What's going on, Sonya? So that y'all shouldn't see the map up there anymore, right? Okay, so now watch this. Alright, it's gone. Okay, so now watch this. When I go to add it back... Wait, hold on. When I go to add it back, widget... Hold on, guys. I'm trying to load this thing back in here. Give me a second. See, there we go. I added it back, and it still shows it. It still shows it. So I got the weather map back from WeatherWise, but like it still shows the app updates window for some reason. All right, Phil. See you later. So that's the issue we're running into, guys. Ay. Still trying to figure out. Because it's going to probably be a while till I go live for weather in Virginia. Unless something pops off in Tennessee or anywhere around me. Probably won't be live for a while. So I'm trying to get y'all guys an overlay. And like I said, Evan used my stream the other day. And he just didn't know where I was at. That was the only problem. Trying to make it better for everybody. The experience better for everybody. I don't care about having a fancy overlay and all that stuff. I just want people to be to know where I am when I'm live streaming. Camera and screen mode? I do that through here or what? Through Prism. What's it asking you? What is it saying for me to do? What should be on the left side? Camera screen VTuber? I don't see that, bro.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, it looks like I can press the X button. When I press the X button, it just clicks on the it just clicks on that window, and I can just move the window around like that. You see what I'm saying? But like I can't actually click that X on the app updates. I can't actually exit out of that app updates window. It won't allow me to do that. I double tap, it does the exact same thing I just did when I hold it down or just touch it once. It just does the same thing. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. Angela, my day's been pretty chill. Go to your phone settings, apps, Prism Live Studio, tap up here on the top, or display over other apps. Yeah, I've done that already. They made me do that when I downloaded the app. Turn this off temporarily now, reopen Prism. The floating update box should not. Yeah, I've already seen that. I've already done that one, X. Connor's windshield. Where are you from? Where do you live at? I hope so, Angela. It's not for me, you know what I mean? I would just storm chase like this with just a camera. Y'all know me. I'll just go out here and storm chase because I love doing it. But I like, especially if other broadcasters like Evan are going to use me and continue to use me, I'd like for people to know, like for their chat room to know where I'm at, and for my audience to know where I'm at. Because y'all know me, I'm constantly telling y'all, hey, I'm here. But like, it's easier for y'all to see where I'm at. If I'm in the hook of a storm, y'all can see easier. Y'all can see what the radar looks like, where I'm at. That's all I care about. Okay, Connor, yeah, you get some good weather. Well, I don't know if you consider it good, but like for like me, if I lived there, I would have some good weather for content. Good weather to work with, you know what I mean? Hope that makes sense. But to most, it might not be good weather. We can also do this too. What? Really? Not that I would ever use this. What does that mean, X? Picture in picture. Mario, no, I'm not on WeatherWise. I'm just trying to use WeatherWise as the map for the overlay. It's just not working. What if I did this? Oh wait, it won't let me do that one. It's not letting me do any of these. Oh, it's not letting me do any filters. Anyway. What's up, Bella? No, Mario, we won't. That's the whole reason why I'm here doing a test stream. So, you see the floating widget over there that shows WeatherWise at the bottom right corner. You can see the app is there, and I have WeatherWise rolling in the background. But for some reason, that little window that says app updates is just floating there on top of it too. And we can't get it to work. WeatherWise is the same thing for me. I couldn't get it to work with Prism, and that's what I've used for a while. So, Davey, do you ever use overlays or windows for people's, like, for your location? Yeah, Sharon, it can be a hassle. Bella, if you're asking me, the weather is beautiful. I mean, just blue skies. It's going to be like this for quite some time. Does the picture quality look good at least? If it doesn't look good, I'll just go back to the old school way of streaming. I won't use this. Looks like it's a bit pixelated on my end and like choppy. Yeah, that works, Davey. Yeah, Bella, here in Virginia, we're going to have a heat index of like 107 to like 110 for like the next four or 5 days. Sharon, I've been working on it. Me and X Traits have been on a Discord call. We've been like talking about this and working on it for like a few hours. That's why you seen earlier I accidentally ran like a 7-second test stream. I've been working on it for quite some time. That's why I decided just to come outside and just drive down the road and see if the app will update itself. Yeah, that's what my thing's set to right now, Davey. It's the first time I ever downloaded it. First time I ever checked it out because X told me to try it. So now I'm testing it out just to see if it would get my overlays going. But if it's not going to run the overlays, there's really no point of using the Prism app. I can just run the live stream off of YouTube straight like I have been doing. The only purpose I seen with Prism was to be able to put overlays on it. Yeah, Sonya, it's Prism. It looks very choppy. The quality looks very choppy on my end. It looks like the cars are lagging behind. It looks like they're like stuttering. Looks like the feed is stuttering. Is that just me, or can y'all see that too? Looks like everything is choppy. It is choppy. See, like this app ain't gonna work. YouTube running the YouTube thing is gonna be just my best bet. This thing says it gets like 30 frames. This is like 15 frames. Yeah, I'm not even in a bad signal area. If I was on bad signal, this would not be a good experience for the broadcast. I'm probably just gonna have to go back to the doing it the old school way. Yeah, it's telling me I'm getting 19 FPS right now. What's your delay set at? I don't know what the delay is set at. Restarting it doesn't help. No, I've already tried restarting weatherwise. Davey, what do you mean by my delay? Where do I find the delay at? Yeah, Mario, the only reason why I downloaded the Prism app is because they said that I can put overlays on it. And that's why I was trying to add in the weatherwise overlays so that way y'all can see my location. But you see how that's working out for me. Shade on anybody, right? Because I love the community. I love this whole like weather sphere for like YouTube and stuff. Everybody does their part in helping people and stuff like that. But when it comes down to the content, you gotta realize also that in a way. So even though like you see some of these guys are like friends with each other in real. Are we back? Are we back? Okay. Did it make a new live stream, or was it the same broadcast? Okay. Yeah, so this thing is cooked. All right. Chat, this thing is cooked. This thing is cooked over easy. All right. This is a well done steak. This ain't a medium rare steak or a rare steak. This is cooked. Cooked to perfection. All right. We're going back to the YouTube app, and we're just going to continue streaming the old school way, the way that we know that works, because Prism doesn't work. The Prism don't work. The IRL Pro doesn't work. I don't know what I'm going to do, guys, in order to get y'all an overlay. We're going to figure it out one day, whether it's 2 years from now or 3 years from now, 5 years from now. It's okay, Davey. It's not the end of the world. No, I wasn't running Starlink the whole time. That probably was my issue, because here in Colonial Heights, we have some terrible signal around here. There's so much congestion as far as service in this little city, because there's so many people that live here in such a small area. This whole area is just terrible with signal. And I seen somebody mention my Starlink earlier, and I realized I have my Starlink in the car. I just don't have it. I didn't have it turned on. So yeah. Where are you going, Davey? Where are you planning on moving? What's up, Blondie? That's awesome, Dave. You might as well just live out in Oklahoma. Just become a full-time chaser. $24 likes you on a test stream is not a bad day. Blondie, we were chasing, this is a test stream, so we're not really chasing anything. There's not any bad weather scheduled for basically the entire Virginia for the next probably 6 days or more, from what I can see. Probably won't get bad weather for another week. It's going to be really hot. It's going to be really hot here, but I was trying to test out the live stream to get the weather wise. Let me just show Blondie, since Blondie is kind of new in here. Hold on. Angel says, Dylan, we could chase our tails. How about that? Just like my cats do. They act like dogs sometimes. So Blondie, this is what I was trying to do. Let me just show you. That little box you see, is supposed to be weather-wise. So I figured out an app that could give us an overlay of weather-wise to give y'all my location at all times, and when like Evan or somebody uses me, they can see my location instead of continuing to ask where I'm at. but it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So it shows weather-wise, but that app updates window is just stuck. It won't disappear, and when I go to the WeatherWise app, that app update window is not there. So, what's going on, Christopher? So, I was just doing a test stream to try to see if this would work as far as giving y'all a location while I'm streaming. But once again, well, Chris, it's not going to do anybody any good. It's not going to do Christopher. It's not going to do anybody any good. That's the problem. I see what you mean by like at least it's up, but it's not going to do anybody any good. It won't. Can X fix it? We've been trying for like the past few hours. Yeah, that makes sense, Davey. That makes sense. Blondie says, "Can you expand it?" Yeah, you can expand it, but it doesn't do any difference. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't change it. And we can zoom all the way out. We can zoom all the way out. And that's what you see. That's what pops up. See what I'm saying? It just shows the WeatherWise animation and a window. But when I go to the actual app, it's not there. Grab the corner and pull. Yeah, you can do that, but it really doesn't do much either. Hold on. It just makes it way oversized. You see what I'm saying? So now, like, the majority of the screen is going to be a radar, but not really fixing the issue. Yeah, Davey, I get it. I get it 100%. Trust me. Trust me. I wish I would have started this stuff a lot sooner. But what I was trying to explain to people that were asking is like, can't you just like get what somebody had asked in the chat earlier, can't you just get what all the other chasers have, like Freddie and these other guys? Without mentioning any names, like I was trying to say before, is that all these guys have been doing it for so long, and they all are friends with each other and stuff. There is secrets in the game, and that you're going to hear that from me. Okay, so like, not stirring up any drama, not throwing shade on anybody. Everybody's job in this weather sphere is very important, and I respect everybody for what they do. That being said, there is a bit of competition that comes with it. Even though a lot of these chasers y'all know are like friends with each other and stuff, they're all still each other's competition. And y'all all kind of know that. It's common sense. If 3 or 4 chasers are live chasing the same storm, somebody's going to have more people in their chat than the other person. Somebody's going to have more revenue than the other person. That kind of thing. So everybody's always trying to improve their streams with overlays and updates and alerts and making things look fancy and having the best kind of equipment in their car. That kind of thing. And the only reason why I'm not at that point is because I am not in cahoots with all these big name guys, right? So like, nobody's going to teach me how to do any of this stuff. Blondie, I can't interact with the actual window. They won't let me interact with the actual window. Justin says, so why are we here? This is a test stream. The title says test stream. Yeah, me neither, Davey. I'm not either. That's why I say to everybody in here, like, I don't care about the fancy overlays and stuff. I just want to simply get the location on my screen so that way people can see it. So that way everybody knows where I'm at. It bothered me the other day when Evan Freiberger used my stream while he was doing his broadcast, and he had to continue asking the chat where my location was. Because I'm like the only chaser that is being used on a broadcast without my location. It's not productive. Blondie, I'm trying to figure out, because I see what you're saying, but like it doesn't allow me to interact with the window. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I mean? Like, so the box that y'all are seeing with my map, I can't actually click anything on that. What's up, Eater? I could try to go back to Weatherwise and see if it lets me do something there. Check. Are we back? Chris says, I think it's a setting issue with the graphics. I have a brand new Google Pixel. I don't know why there would be an issue with it, but maybe you're right. My phone is brand new. I just got it like 2 months ago. It's like the brand new Google Pixel 9. And like I said, I don't have any issues with my YouTube app. Y'all know that I use my YouTube app all the time when streaming. I don't know. Drawing a blank here, guys. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Justin K is working. Excuse me. Yeah, at this point, I think I've tried enough options. At this point, I think I've tried enough options. I may try another test stream with Stream Elements and see if that works. To bring in an overlay with my map. Is that a possibility? Would Stream Elements be allowed to use an overlay with my location, and I can pull in a URL of my map on there? I'm not sure, Sonia. But honestly, like I said, there's really no use of me using this app. If I'm not going to be able to use overlays like this, you know what I mean? That's the main thing here. Is the only reason why I'm even trying anything other than the standard YouTube app that I usually use, is because I'm just all I'm trying to do is get a mini map put up on my screen. You said you know a Mega you can? Yeah, so a Mega, like, so I know how to do everything on a desktop, right? So like, here's the thing, guys, here's what I did. When I first bought my Starlink and all my equipment, I was totally under the assumption that I could just take my laptop, put it in my car, run it on Starlink, run OBS, have all my overlays and everything else set in there, and run the stream. But if y'all go back like a few weeks or a couple weeks, you can see my first test stream where everything was bugging out. Nothing worked. It's just because you can't run a laptop in your car with OBS. You just don't have enough bandwidth for that. And that's why we had to go back to the YouTube app again. But there's a way that these chasers, a lot of chasers, and there's a way a lot of other people are streaming from their home, like their home PC, right? They're streaming from their home PC and remotely doing things from their car, right? And that's the part I haven't figured out, because I have like a $2,000 PC at home with 3 monitors on it, where I could legit, if I knew how to, if I had the resources, right? So I have the resources, I just don't have the information. That's what this comes down to. I have the resources, I just don't have the information. So like, if I had the right information from the right people, I could have this thing already done by now. This vehicle would be already equipped, would be done. Everything would run smoothly. I would have a mini map on the screen. But since I don't have the information, my resources are useless. They're just sitting around. I was gonna go home, but I gotta go to Sheetz anyway. I gotta go down here to Sheetz anyway. They have a hosting computer. Yeah, I'm aware of that, Chris. But like I said, how? How do they do it? I have a PC at home. I can do hosting, but I've done an endless amount of research. And like I said, how? How does it get done? Because it doesn't matter how it gets done, right? If I just knew how it was getting done, it would be done. I'm a person that likes to execute on things, right? So like, if I can figure out how to do something, I'm going to get it done. But again, for the resources are no good. I will, Connor. Are they using AWS as their service? I have no idea. Because if I knew what they were using, I would use it. Andy says stream is super clear though. It's only because we're sitting still and we're on Starlink. If I get off of Starlink, it won't be clear anymore. Earlier we seen a lot of lagging and choppiness and things like that. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna run inside to the store. I need to get something. I'll be right back. It won't take me but a second. I'll literally run right inside. I'm back. Glad your AC works. It's 100. Yeah, so some days it doesn't work, though. I found that to be a thing, Chris. So far, we hadn't had any issues, like, as far as, like, it working all day long. But there's some times where, like, I'll get in the car and I'll be driving for, like, 15 or 20 minutes and it still blows, like, hotter air. And then, like, if I'm running the car all day long, I guess it gives time for the thing to work or something. I don't know, but it starts to work again. Let's see. Jack says for live streaming with overlays, you generally do need a server at home. Instead, wait, chat's moving. Instead, you can leverage cloud-based servers or services or platforms that can handle the streaming and overlay integration for you. So yeah, Jack, I appreciate that. I have looked into all of that, but what do I use? That's the thing. I've looked into all of it, and the stuff that I've looked into doesn't support what I'm trying to do. It's hard to explain. I really wish I could just like have y'all look over my shoulder when I'm doing research and like trying different things out and all these different tests I do and stuff. It's very complicating. It is. X doesn't know any more than me. That's the problem. Me and X have been on phone calls all day long, pretty much, just to talk about this. Yeah, like, guys, honestly, like, I'm the one that people talk to when it comes to this technical stuff. When it comes to OBS, like, X-Traits will tell you, if y'all could see the stuff I was doing on my gaming channel with, like, overlays and cameras and different scenes and things like that, the quality I made on the gaming channel, y'all would know why this is frustrating to me, because I'm so good when it comes to technical stuff. I'm good when it comes to, like, the production of things like that. I put a lot of time and experience over the years into building my PC, getting different equipment, research, paying for different programs, things like this to become good at this kind of thing. But it does no good when it comes to this, because I'm out doing mobile stuff. So, like, this is a whole different level. This is a whole different level. Dude, I still gotta go to Publix too. This is crazy. I'm not doing it, I'm just riding around. I still gotta go to Publix also. Ask at the meet in July. Chris, the problem is I've already asked PA Storm Trackers for help with this, and I got vague answers. Okay, so like I said, without hurting feelings and bashing anybody's names and stuff like this, at the end of the day, regardless if we want to be or not, we are still competition with the other chasers. Without one, we don't want to be. We all want to do the same thing. We all have the same goal. We don't want to be in competition with the other person. But if the information was readily available out there to get overlays on your chats and things like that, then all the storm chasers would have it, and all the storm chasers would be able to go full time and, you know, do what they want to do with their life, and get the information out there, like some of the bigger guys do. But it's just not the reality of it. It's just not the reality of it. When I reach out, like, like I said, I'm not gonna speak to names. I'm not gonna say any names. I'm not gonna do any of that. But I've reached out to people, right? I've reached out to people in the same sphere. I've reached out to people, had discussions, and people don't give out information like that. There's a lot of secrets that are held within this community. So that way, some people don't get the leg up on the competition. I hope that makes sense. So, like, a lot of these people out here, they figured out how to do it. And once they figured out how to do it, then once they become friends with the other guys that are also bigger channels, then they all come together and say, yes, so this is how we do this, and this is how we do that. But since I'm the bottom guy, since I'm the low guy on the totem pole here, the information is not going to be given to me. I know it's a hard pill to swallow for some of y'all that think that, like, you know, it's not like that. But coming from somebody like me that just got into this space, you know, a few months ago in the YouTube world, and my channel's growing, I'm starting to get connections with more people, and I'm starting to learn a lot more, and it's just the reality of it. It's just the reality of it. I appreciate you, Jack. Thank you. All right, guys. So I think what I'm going to do, since this is not working, all right, Chris, I got you. I think I'm going to get off, get this test stream wrapped up here, and hit up the Publix, get me some pizza, and go home and eat. All right, guys. So I appreciate everybody's kind words and everybody trying to help out as much as possible. I appreciate it so much. Even though I've probably been like saying, "Oh, this don't work, that don't work." I still appreciate everybody trying, because everything that y'all have been suggesting to me, I have already tried it. But y'all didn't know that until today. So I still appreciate everybody, you know, trying to be helpful. It means a lot. But Chris says, when will you live next? Well, if I figure out any more information when it comes to this overlay stuff like that, then I might run a test stream again to see if I can do something else. But like, as far as weather and storm chasing, it could be more than a week. It could be more than a week. There's not a whole lot of severe weather going on in my neck of the woods. Just a lot of heat. Just a lot of heat. Yeah, I'm not gonna give up, Connor. It's just a bit frustrating, but I'm not gonna give up. It's all right. I'll live. I mean, my end goal in the day is not to get. My end goal at the end of the day is not to get overlays on my stream. I just really want that for me and for you guys and for people that use my stream for their weather broadcasts. But my end goal with doing this is to chase my dream of chasing storms and providing entertaining and informational or informative content for you guys as well, whether that be with overlays or not. You know, so I'm still going to continue doing this on YouTube, and with overlays or not, it doesn't matter. I guess we'll just figure it out along the road. But okay, guys, I appreciate everybody again, and we like our standard parking lot. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. Appreciate all y'all again, and I will see y'all next time. If you haven't already joined the Discord, please join the Discord. If you need the link, mods, drop it in the chat. Join up the Discord. I chat with people in there. You also get notified for severe weather alerts via bots. And you'll also be notified when I go live or when I post on my socials. So everybody, have a good night, and I appreciate y'all.